Welcome to Disney's Art Project. Here you'll learn how to make fun and magical toys from everyday objects you can find in your own house. To get started, just select the activity that looks the most fun to you.
I'll do both.
Create a dream catcher or build a drum.
I'll do the drum.
Once you've made your choice, press. Now with the help of our trusty friends, Lefty and Righty, you're going to learn how to make your very own drum from things you can find around the house. The drum played an important role in the life of Pocahontas' tribe.
That's the last button in
It was
both
used
Pocahontas
for music,
noisy
for
book.
decoration, and even as a means of communication. Before we get started, you might want to ask your parents if they want to help you make your drum, or at least make sure it's okay with them for you to do it by yourself. Once you have their permission, it's time to start gathering your materials. Step 1. Get your supplies. The first step to making a drum of your very own is to collect all the things you'll need for construction. If you can't find some of them, ask your parents to help you. If at any time you'd like to see a list of the supplies you'll need, or take another look at the finished drum, just highlight the button in the
paint
corner of the
palette.
screen and press Enter on your remote control. Here you'll find everything you need to make your drum. If at any time you need to slow things down while you're working, use the pause button on your remote. Let's get some paper to cover your work surface. We're using brown paper, but even old newspapers will do. Step 2,
always.
make the drum's body. Take whatever container you've chosen to use and get out your masking tape. Now lay some strips across the opening and start taping the opening shut in a crisscross pattern. Start in the center and work your way out, like this, making it nice and tight. The sound a drum makes depends on its shape and how tightly you bind the covering of the drum.
Just like with the plastic cup
Once that's
thing.
done, give your drum a test play with your finger and see what it sounds like. If you want to change the sound, add some more tape and see what happens. Step 3, cover the drum. Take some construction paper and measure it against the length of your container. Cut
In
off
time
enough
lapse.
so that you can wrap it around your container, then tape it off so it fits snugly on the outside.
A warm
Step
hug
4,
for a drum.
decorate your drum. You can cut out pieces of construction paper in different shapes, decorate them, and tape them to the side of your drum. Or if you want, you can draw right on the drum itself. Decorate your drum in
could do
whatever
duct
way
tape.
you think is best. Step 5, make the drumsticks. Although you can play the drum with your hand or finger, you'll get a much better sound with a pair of drumsticks. To make these, fold 2 tissues into a small square. Then fold another tissue over these and secure the tissue to the tip of a pencil with a rubber band. Do the same thing to another pencil, and you've got yourself a pair of drumsticks to go along with your drum.
Bam!
Congratulations! You did it!
Thank you.
You made a drum like the ones used by Pocahontas' tribe. You can have fun beating a rhythm on it or use it as a decoration for your room.
A displomation.
Now that you've got the idea of how to build things from materials you find around the house, use your imagination to create more fun.
Imagination.
Bye now.
Okay. I'll do it again.
Welcome to
Again
Disney's
to Disney's Art Project.
Here you'll learn how to make fun and magical toys from everyday objects you can find in your own house. To get started, just select the activity that looks the most fun to you.
I'll do the dream
Create a dream catcher or build a drum. Once you've made your choice, now with the help of our
Once
trusty
again from our
friends
trusty friends.
Lefty and Righty, you're going to learn how to make your very own dream catcher from things you can find around the house. The dream catcher is a beautiful Native American decoration that was thought to let the good dreams pass through it and keep the bad dreams out. You might want to ask your parents if they want to help you make your dream catcher,
Snap.
or at least make sure it's okay with them for you to do it by yourself. Once you have their permission, it's time to start gathering your materials. Step 1, get your supplies. The first step to making a dream catcher of your very own is to collect all the things you'll need for construction. If you can't find some of them, ask your parents to help you. If If at any time you'd like to see a list of the supplies you'll need or take another look at the finished dream catcher, just highlight the button in the corner of the screen and press
A paint
enter
palette.
on the remote control. Here you'll find everything you need to make your dream catcher. If you need to slow things down while you're working, use the pause button on your remote. Let's get some paper to cover your work surface. We're using brown paper, but even old newspapers will do. Step 2. Make the beads. Cut your colored construction paper into several long triangular strips. If you don't have construction paper, you can always use pages from magazines or newspapers as long as your parents say it's okay. Once that's done, starting from
Or
the
duct
wide
tape.
end, put some glue on both ends of the paper and wrap the paper around your straw.
I always use
After the glue dry,
drinking straws
cut your
for
paper-covered
anything.
straw into beads of any size you like. Then set them
is
aside
the best part
because
of
we're going
this.
to use them a little later. You'll want to make about 10 beads. Step 3. Make the feathers. Cut some construction paper into several feather shapes. Fold back the end on each and cut out a small triangle. Now draw some lines on the
Or use a
shapes
hole
to make
punch.
them look like feathers. Step 4. Make the dream catcher frame. The frame is the round part of the dream catcher. To make the frame, first cut the center out of your paper plate. Rough out a hole in the middle first, then trim up the edge. Next, cut some small snips around the outside of the plate. Try and make the notches at the same 12 places where you find numbers on the face of a clock. And there you have it, a dream catcher frame. Step 5. Weaving the dream catcher. Cut off a long piece of
This is the
string
tricky
and
part,
tie one
Mom.
end to one of the notches on your paper plate. Then thread the beads you made earlier onto the string. Wrap the string around the plate, leaving one bead on each segment of the string. When you've wrapped the string around all of the notches on the paper plate, tie the end off. Step 6. Adding feathers. Cut a few small pieces of string, one for each of your feathers. Tie one end of the string to the feather, put a few beads on the string, and finally tie the other end of the string to the frame. Do this for as many feathers as you want your dream catcher to have. Step 7. Finishing touches.
How do I know?
Get out your markers or crayons and add some pretty designs to the frame.
Or some duct tape.
If you want to add any more decorations to your dream catcher, like real beads or feathers you might have around the house, feel free to attach them. Congratulations! You did it! You made a dream catcher that even Pocahontas would envy. Ask your parents to help you pick a good spot and hang it up for everyone to see. Since you've got the idea of how to build things from materials you find around the house, why not use your imagination to create more fun? Bye now.